Hi everyone, my name is B. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video on here besides some private ones like my intros and outros and all that stuff. But this is my first official video to the public, and it's a little exciting, but you're not here for that. You are here for me to talk about Breath of the Wild 2 and just some theories that I had. Specifically, some of these theories are based on the release date and just some of the information that we got from the new trailer on Tuesday. So if you guys want to see more content like this, please leave a like, leave me a comment, or just subscribe. Just let me know that you guys like this kind of video, and I'll try to make more and just go from there. My first theory is specifically on the release year, date, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have been concerned that they just said 2022, and while I understand the concern and how it's probably going to be a holiday game for next year, I think it is actually going to come out in 2022. I don't think they would have given a release year if they weren't confident enough that they could pull through with it. They said that they were targeting 2022, and traditionally Zelda games do get delayed, and while that's a little annoying and all, but I think for this game, I think we might actually end up seeing it in 2022. If they weren't confident in this year, I don't think they would have put a release year. They could have easily just shown the trailer, but this team seems like they actually have a set year for it, and even if it's towards the end of the year, we are still seeing the game. So I think they're confident enough that they could potentially pull this off in 2022. At worst, I think we'd see it in early 2023. However, I think we could see it as early as maybe the summer of this upcoming year. We might see more footage of it at the Game Awards or something like that, because that's the next big event that happens throughout the year. And I think it would be a wonderful way to cap off the year if we saw more information and more about what the heck is going on in this game, because I think everyone has a lot of questions. My second theory for today is about the title. Something that caught me off guard was the fact that they haven't released the name of the game. In an IGN article, we saw that Bill Trinen was interviewed, and he said, "As for why we're holding back on the name, you'll just have to stay tuned, because obviously Zelda names are kind of important." Those subtitles, they start to give little bits of hints about maybe what's going to happen. I think that is a very interesting reason as far as why they're not going to unveil the name. I think part of it does have to do with marketing. I've been hearing around that, it's a good way to just market the game, because we got to remember that not all of the Zelda Breath of the Wild fans are, diehard fans, and they're constantly keeping up with all these trailers and updates in E3 and directs. So I think it's an easy way to just say Breath of the Wild 2. I think people will recognize the title and be like, oh, they're making a second Breath of the Wild. I think another part of it is going to be that this game does have to do something with Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is coming out within the next month, and there's been a heavy push for Skyward Sword, and I think that's quite interesting, especially now that we're seeing the trailer and how there's basically a sky component and world above the traditional Breath of the Wild world of Hyrule, and I think there might be some sort of connection. Some people have been saying, oh, the villain is actually Demise, and I don't know about all that. I haven't played Skyward Sword, so I'm not the most savvy in this, but don't worry, I will be playing it next month, and I'll probably post up a review of that game, and I'm really excited to finally try it. I know there's been a lot of criticism of this game, but still, I want to try it and get my own opinion out there and for myself. I think this title is definitely gonna do something with the mechanic for this game. It seems like it's going to be reversing time for specific objects, specifically Link. I think we see a heavy component of reversing time for specific objects. I think this is going to be the main mechanic for this game. I don't think there's going to be time travel or anything. I think it's just going to be reversing the state of previous things, and we see that evidently with the drop of water. That little puddle of water, it was probably rain before, and that's how we get up to the sky, because it came from the clouds in the sky. I think that's why we saw that part of the trailer. Also, Link isn't being moved in any way or reversed in any way. We also see the rocks being, reversed, their state from being rolled down. So I think it's going to heavily have to do with elements and objects rather than people or anything like that. I think Link will have the power to, fall into the water or jump into the water and, be returned. As far as my final theory, I think like we saw the blood moon in the first game, I think we're going to have some sort of event that transpires so we can actually go into the sky. I think we'll probably be able to trigger it, but throughout the trailer we did not see a lot of the sky world while Link was on the ground, and that might be for engine reasons or something similar to that. I wouldn't be surprised, just because this game looks like it's going to be even bigger than the first one. It's going to probably be a grander scope than they even imagined. That's probably why it's taking around the same amount of time it took to develop Breath of the Wild 2, pending any COVID related things. We don't know what was going on with the development of Breath of the Wild 2. I wouldn't be surprised if it suffered a bit just because of the nature of being at home and trying to figure out how to do all this coding and the struggle of trying to program while being at home. I think that's definitely something that could have hindered them up until recently. But I think those are my main 3 theories that I want to throw out, or speculation. If you guys want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. Give me some feedback. This is my first individual YouTube video on this channel, and I've tried this YouTube thing out before. I just wanted to give it another shot and talk about something I'm really interested in. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck by the whole video, I hope you have a wonderful day, and peace out. Bye.